Hello, this is John, Vintage Fisherman. Today, going back to my roots a little bit. Well, I've been doing some bait runners, and they are kind of my roots. But this is a 5000C high-speed right-hand drive. So I'm not gonna keep the reel. But I think I paid a whole $5 for this nasty thing. It was missing the nut and the hold down. I don't have a hold down for it, so I don't even think this is the right handle. I may try to find a different handle, then I can find the right hold down. We'll see. Let's just go ahead and get it apart for now. Clean it up. It's missing. Yeah, this handle's probably just going to get thrown in the trash. It's missing the handle washer. This may be the first reel I put up on my eBay store today in a long time. We'll see. By the time this video comes out, it's going to be Christmas or so. I'm way ahead right now. We'll get that out of there and clean that up. This has a couple of the little shims down in it. Always get those out and clean them up. It's a bearing reel. Got a bearing in there. Pretty dang nasty, ain't it? I paid a whole $5 for this reel. Nobody wanted it. Somebody used it and loved it. We'll come back to that. Look at the grease on the centrifugal weights. We will definitely clean all that out. Yeah, that thing's it's gonna run like a brand new one when I get done with it. All right, let's do this side. All the parts were there except for the cap or handle nut. And it has a bearing in that side. I want to say it's a black reel, but it almost looks blue. We'll see when we get cleaned up. I started buying a lot of these right-handers because my local tackle shop likes these right-handers for the catfish guys, and he will do tackle trades with me, and it's very fair. So fair enough for me to do it. I don't feel any excessive play in that, so let's take that off. And we'll clean that up. These are special bearings. These are very special bearings. They are see if I can get my calipers to work. The battery's almost dead in them. They are 3mm inside, and they are 10mm outside. But what makes them different is, see, they got a radius cut in them, or they're rounded. You cannot get those bearings. I'm gonna tell you, that's wow. All I got to say. Sometimes you find little gems like that in these reels. We'll take the other one out when we get to it. Just take the level line apart here. No shim in that. That thing is stuck. I can drop that whole frame in the ultrasonic. There's no anodizing on there to worry with. Okay, let's take this side apart. I don't know why that screwdriver don't want to fit today. Okay. And we'll clean that up. That 3mm inside diameter with that rounded case, that is the reel is worth the bearings if the bearings are good. I don't even know if you can find bearings. It's a little crunchy, but it'll come back. It hasn't had oil in it in forever. It's just had grease around it. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Good and smooth. Yeah, those bearings will be fine. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got plastic spacer, shim, washer, concave, convex washer. On this one, you gotta, well, you gotta push the button to get it off of there. Now I don't take any of these springs off. You can clean all this very easily without doing that. Just pull that pinion out there and we'll scrub all that. Well, it's going to go in the ultrasonic and then get scrubbed. Just pay attention to how the dog goes on there. Can't really get that wrong. Let's see. These are usually bad about these press plates rusting. That looks good. Let's see here about getting this drag washer out. If I sound weak, I still am. I'm like I said, when this video comes out, it'll be 4 months, 5 months down the road, but I'm still recovering from surgery. So I'm still kind of weak, but I feel better each day. So there is this reel. I wonder what I've got handle-wise for it. Something that might be close. Probably got 20 handles here. We might put that handle there on. I don't know, that's kind of odd though. I only have one of those. Maybe that might be it. But it's a little bit longer. I may put that one on it. We'll see. I got a whole box of Ambassador handles there. All right, we're going to clean all this mess up. When I come back, we'll make a pretty reel out of it. All right. So, I got it all cleaned up. It only took me about 20 minutes. It was pretty dirty. It is a blue reel, so that means it's a high speed. Of course, the sticker says high speed. You can kind of read it. It was really nasty. 1980. It's a 80-07-04, so it means it's July of 1980 and it's revision 4. There it is, folks. There's the history of it. I was in middle school, or they call it junior high back then. Let's put this thing back together. We'll start with the level line. The tube's got a lot of wear to it, but I am not going to replace it. I think it will be just fine. That wire's got to ride in that groove. If you've ever built an Ambassador, you know this. I'm going to give everything a little drop of oil here and there. Put that in. And then your keeper goes in just like that. You can drop your level line pawl down in there and then give this thing a spin and it'll seat down just like that. Put the cap on. And we'll oil it all up here in just a second. A little drop of oil here on that tube up in that slot. On the worm, give it a pretty good coat. And I've already oiled this. As you know, when you cast out an Ambassador, the level line pays back and forth. So it gets a lot of wear to it. All right. Let's put this gear on. A little bit of oil. And then just put the screw in it. Nice reel. Too bad it's a right-hander. I might keep it if it was left. Get your bearing. Either one of them, they're both the same. Bearing goes in, then you got this little retainer that goes in. On the cap, you got these two, let's get some different oil here. Two little plates. A little bit of oil between them so that they don't get stuck again. and then a little oil at the very end. Just a dab of grease on those threads, and put your cap on there. Okay, and then over here on the palm side, there is no bait clicker on this reel, so we'll just put this on, tighten these 3 screws down. That screwdriver doesn't want to fit either. We'll get one here in a second that'll work. Good old Harbor Freight precision screwdrivers. Put some oil on that gear. Put thicker oil on the gear, thinner oil on the shaft. We'll go ahead and put that spool up in there. Also, you got your centrifugal weights. They just slide down on there. Some people take both off. Some people take one off. Some people use both. I use both. I found for bass fishing, you just don't need to cast super long. Now, if you're skipping docks and stuff like that, you might want to free up one of them just for skipping docks, but that's a whole nother, it's just personal preference. Okay, on this one, the first thing in was the last thing out. It's going to be your pinion. Grease it up good. And to get this in there, you're going to have to take something and pop that up like that. Just wedge it up. Slide this in there. Pull that out. Let it drop right back into place. Now I have sprayed this brake plate with Ballistol. This stuff will keep that thing running like new money from now on. Got your shim, goes on the main shaft. Okay. You've got your anti-reverse dog. To get it back on the cog, you turn it sideways and you slip it down there just like that. It goes in with the hole back away from the, well, you'll see here. So this is kind of a pain to get in there. You have to push the button. Once you get it in, now it's all set. See there? Okay. Little cowls on your friction washer. More cowls on your drag washer. It's the only drag in this thing. Kind of small. You're not going to lock a big one down with that. But that's what they put in it. So that's what's going back in it. And then we're going to lubricate that gear. Make sure when you clean these gears, you get all that crud out of the teeth. They're always packed. It picks dirt up and runs it around and packs it down into the teeth. And that gear will never be smooth until you get all that out of there. And put that all the way down on the pinion. Just like that. Then your press plate. Beautiful shape. This reel is probably worth the parts. What I paid for it, more than worth the parts. Those two bearings and that press plate in that good a condition, priceless. I'll get one in here, in a few weeks or something. I'll think, man, I should have kept that reel. But that's the way it goes. So you got your, I need to slow down. It takes the concave washer first. You can put it either way, but I like it for the bend to be like this, going up. Then it took a flat washer. And then it was 3 shims. Make sure, or 2 shims. Make sure you keep everything together as you take it apart, so you know where everything goes. Then it's got this black spacer, which you can change that out to a bearing. It's a 8 millimeter inside. Outside's a 13. Inside is an 8. That says 820, but it would be an 8. And the thickness is where you're going to have a problem. Thickness is going to be almost a 5 millimeter. You'll have a hard time finding that, but you'll find it in a 4 millimeter. You'll have to shim it up the rest of the way to get that right. But you can replace this with a bearing if you want to. Okay, we'll put the cover on. Moving right along here. My pinion is moved in the way. There we go. Sometimes you got to kind of wiggle everything. It'll go together. Your bearing goes in from the top. You got this cup. Well, first let's put a little more on it, bearing, just for the heck of it. You got this little cup that goes in with the dimple up. Okay. Then you've got over here, same thing. You've got 3 of these over here. Just put one in, some oil below it, oil between them. A little bit of grease on those threads. That is missing an O-ring, but this side here tightens all the way down. You don't adjust. You can adjust the spool this way, but this is supposed to be tightened down on this style reel. And last but not least, make sure your weights are pushed in so they don't catch that ring. Give that spool a little bit of oil. Put it together. I always give them like a 1/8 of a turn after they're finger tight. Then, okay, I gotta get the drag wire. Let me hold on a second here. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's put the star drag on. I forgot to get the washer out. Yeah, that clicking is your. It means if you're cranking this reel and you hear that clicking, it means your drag's loose. You're not pulling any line in. That's what it means. It's also a line out clicker, I guess. Only if the drag's locked on or tight. Okay. So I think I determined I'm going to use this handle. Let me get some parts out here real quick and let's finish this reel up. I got to get going today. There's a washer. Let's see if I can find something that will fit this. Go ahead and put that on there and put the clip on it. Oh, I did not oil that shaft. Okay, it'll be all right. As y'all know, I build my reels and basically build them in oil. They are covered in oil when I get them ready to put together. All right, let's see what I need here. This has got to go on. So that level line's messed up. See there? See there? It eventually works, but may have to dig one out here. There's a tube. Actually, this one might be. Okay. All right, we're going to fix that. But before I get to there, I got to get to do this. That's too short. There we go. Just got to find a screw for it now. There's the lock for it. Don't know if I'll have a screw for that or not. That might be the right one. Nope. This one came in without the screw, so yeah. I'm not sure if I'll have that or not. Yeah. Well, I'll have to find one later. Unfortunately, I don't think I've got one. want any of my stuff. Let's fix the level line first. I believe the worm gears wore out in it. Okay. Cooperate. That one's definitely made differently. Let's see if it goes together. I don't see anything wrong with that unless the gear hits it. I just happen to have these parts in stock, so. It's the pawl. The pawls wore out. Gosh. Didn't see that one coming today. Oh, man. Yeah, I didn't think that was that wore out. Could also be this. Yeah, it's got, yeah, oh Lord, yeah. I don't know how I didn't see that. Okay. I should have some of those somewhere. Maybe not. Might have used them all over the years. Yep, I'm gonna have to order one. Oh no, I don't. I'm burning up. It's not even 8 o'clock here. It's back. It's only like 7:30. I am flipping burning up. There we go. Fixed. Yeah, I'll have to get a screw for that. I'll go to the hardware today and get one. It's just a small stainless steel screw. All right, folks. Well, there it is. This is John, the Vintage Fisherman. Thanks for watching. I gotta run. I'm running late. Y'all please like and subscribe and take a kid fishing. Catch you on the next one.